Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon Sun. Today, we will not be going to the beach, at least not immediately. I do want to explore the rest of Route 2 first. So behind this truck is a super potion. Alright, thank you very much. Are there any stickers on this motel here? Don't see any. Are there any stickers inside the motel here? Alright, what is this? Is this the reception area? Alright, you're not going to tell me much. Can I buy stuff from a vending machine? Alright, completely sold out. That sucks. Who's that behind there? Is that a Rockruff? I think that's a Rockruff just pacing back and forth. Alright. So I will stick my head into the motel and see if I can just, like, talk to people. Perhaps. Let's see. Nest balls. Thank you for the nest balls. See, this is why you talk to everyone. That will make it easier to catch Pokemon who are weak, and I believe bug types? I think it also works for bug types. Nailed your hairstyle, but my makeup doesn't seem to match. Alright. So, again, tourists. Let's see, there's a Magnemite over here. You too, Magnemite. Let's get on with things. Are there any others? I think there's a couple of motels in Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, maybe one on every island, something like that. Can't really remember. If I walk... Oh, you're gonna not allow me to pass? That's definitely one roadblock, so... I can't go past there. Rude. Let's see. I have not apparently fought you yet. Alright, this can't be that interesting because you look like a preschooler, but we're gonna talk through this one anyway. And I'm guessing that I'm gonna have this go pretty much the same way as the last couple of fights did. So you're gonna use a Drifloon, so I'm not gonna be able to just spam Extreme Speed on you because you're a Ghost type. We're gonna send in Stroon, and Stroon is just gonna go and I guess probably spam Twister. So that's another reason to have a move that isn't Extreme Speed, because Extreme Speed is a normal type and won't be able to hit things like Drifloon. You're gonna use Gust, which is like a lamer version of Twister. I'll at least get a level 12 out of this, I think. Astonish. Alright, another very weak move. Is another Twister gonna be enough to finish you off? It's gonna be close. Probably a margin of damage roll. Not quite. Alright, minimize. Really? Evasion. Evasion noob. Alright. Hopefully we'll be able to hit through... No, we're already doing that. Alright, you're gonna use minimize again. Minimize isn't just like a +1 on evasion, it's +2. So instead of going to 3/4 chance of hitting, it's gonna go to 3/5. So 60% chance of hitting on the first use of minimize, I think. Or is it, I used to remember how the numbers went for evasion. It's been a while. I think it's like 3/4, 3/5, 3/6, 3/7, 3/8. But anyway, let's see. I've not been able to hit you yet. Now we're able to hit you. Thank you. All right, I hate evasion. It's almost worse in like single player because if someone uses evasion in like competitive, then the community will generally just like shun them, and then they'll not do it again. But like, if the AI is going to use evasion in single player, it's just going to do it. There's no way to make it stop without like hacking the game, I guess. But yeah, that battle took 3 turns longer than it really needed to. Youngster, preschooler, whatever your name was, I'm gonna go and heal. I guess the real like strategic reason that evasion isn't really a thing in competitive, except for like some people who aren't good sports about it. Not so much that like nobody's gonna want to play with you if you spam evasion, but just like mathematically in the long run it doesn't work out. Like it's annoying in the moment. That's gonna be another heal ball. Evasion is definitely annoying in the moment, and it might win you 1 or 2 battles just based on luck once in a while. But over the course of the entire like tournament or whatever it is. Even over the course of a single competitive battle. Oh, you know what? Alright, Ghastly. We'll try and catch the Ghastly. Even over the course of a single competitive battle, like, eventually your luck is gonna run out, and it just takes, like, 1 or 2 instances of your luck not happening in your favor to, like, ruin your evasion strategy, if you don't have, like, a real strategy to go with it. Anyway, we're gonna go and use Thunder Wave here. And Ghastly is going to be putting me to sleep, thanks, I guess. I was hoping to be able to do a little more damage to you before we get to that point, but let's go and start tossing Pokeballs at you now. Ghastly's base catch rate is pretty high with a paralysis. I don't think it's got the max catch rate, which would be about 1/3 chance, and paralysis would be buffing that to 50%, but it's high, and with paralysis, it probably, hopefully, like a third or so, quarter, a third chance of catching you in a Pokeball without having any extra damage on you. Mostly because I don't feel like waiting for Dratini to wake up. Although, if you're just going to keep spamming the same move, it doesn't really matter, does it? Speaking of luck hacks. Alright, that seems to have done it. We have caught ourselves a Ghastly. We will not be adding Ghastly to our team. Just doing this for fun. I think in Pokemon Sun I used a Drifblim, and I caught the Drifloon here. And it was definitely interesting. It's not a Pokemon I probably would have used ordinarily if I was like sitting down and planning out my team. And I'm not gonna say it was like my favorite Pokemon ever or anything like that, but it was interesting to use it once in a while. Let's see. By the way, alright, that's a super potion. Do I have a sleep healing move? I mean item, I mean anything? I have a Lumiose Galette, which will work. We'll wake up Strewn over there. And alright, so there's a lot of people hanging out in the cemetery for whatever reason. I see a TM over on the other side of that fence, but first we're gonna fight this preschooler here. Alright. Happiny, alright. I forgot that was part of the regional Pokedex in this game. Alright. Wonder if I guess we'll almost certainly be seeing Chansey and Blissey later, which would be a good amount of experience to be had. So that's a Paralyzed Seal. There's another trainer over here. I saw at least one more on the other side of the cemetery. So, using Dragon Dance there is probably a little bit overkill, but I do want one-hit KOs so that I can conserve my power points on extreme speed. Again, it's, sorry if I keep coming back to that, but since I don't really have many other things that I can really do with Dratini so far, that's, my ability to use her in fights is kind of limited to extreme speed power points. Anyway. You have a Pikachu. Alright. Pokefan indeed. I think that's it for the cemetery here. Can I, like, read anything off the gravestones? No? Sometimes games let you do that. Disappointing when they don't, but whatever. We can move out of here, and I guess that's everything. I guess I can now go and, Alolan Rattata. Alright, fine. We'll catch an Alolan Rattata too. Let's see. That's going to be a Thunder Wave. And I know Rattata's catch rate is about as high as it gets. I would assume that Alolan Rattata's catch rate is in the same boat here. But should I just use Twister once so that we can wear down your HP a little more? I guess I will. Yeah, quick attack. That did so much damage there. We're going to use Twister. That's going to knock you down below half. And, let's see, go into my bag, go and use a regular Pokeball. I should have no problems catching you at this range of health. Now I think we can be on with the game. Alolan Rattata is part Dark type, right? So not just pure normal. I can't remember if it's normal Dark or just Dark or if it's something else, but... Alright. Yeah, now we're getting to the point where I'm not really getting a lot of experience from from things. I think random encounters in this game still give you less experience than trainer fights. And, also experience is scaled, so if I'm gonna be more levels than my opponent, then I'm gonna get less experience than if I would be equal or under-leveled. Anyway, we can go off in this direction, and now the game is going to, actually force me to follow the plot down here, I guess. Let's see. So this is the beach. What are you gonna tell me? Welcome to our BP shop. Beach points. Or is it battle points? What does BP stand for? British Petroleum, I believe. As the gas company. So we will, I'm just gonna have a look. Alright, so you're the, vitamins. Alright. Mostly vitamins, a couple other things. We also have, over here, moves. Alright, this is gonna be a move to Snore. Heal Bell, Electro Up, Defog, Low Kick, Uproar, Bind, Helping Hand, Shockwave, Block, Last Resort, War Seed, Cover, Bug Bite, Snatch, Recycle. Alright, so none of these are moves I'm really into. Bug Bite's not bad for something like a Scizor with Technician ability, because that'll get a buff and become a decently powered physical bug type move. Low Kick. Not sure if Low Kick is really seen that much in competitive. Once in a while, but it's not like... There are so many better fighting type moves that aren't based on weight. Anyway. Big Wave Beach. You come to exactly the right place if you're looking for some Mantine Surf. Alright. This is completely new, isn't it? This wouldn't have been an original Sun and Moon. Mantine Surf is just what it says on the box. You climb on the back of your Mantine and then you surf. Surfing is the best sport where you can enjoy traveling across the ocean waves. Though youngsters like yourself will want to get into Mantine Surf... youngsters like yourself will have to toughen up, ensure that they can really handle it first. Surfing is a bit of a dangerous sport, to be fair. Come back when you're as tough as a real kahuna, okay? So why did you call me down here now? Do Mantine breathe? Can they even hold their breath? Until your legs are strong. That's an interesting justification for not allowing me to do this now. Can I talk to the Mantine? Hello, can I give head pats? That is the onomatopoeia of that vocalization. Sure. Alright, is that it? There's a couple of other NPCs. How about you have a ride with a Mantine Surf? You just flow with the wave, but it's important to challenge yourself, too. Alright. My straw hat got blown away by the wind, and, well, I chased after it and wound up here. Yeah, as someone who likes wearing hats, that is definitely... The wind is definitely something you have to be wary of sometimes. If you fall off during Mantine Surf, don't worry. The Pukumuku will help you float, and I'll fish you up eventually. Oh, I'm kidding. The Mantine will always help you get back on the wave. Alright. It's been a while since anyone died doing this, of course, but it's mostly safe. I'm making that up. This is the Sandy Cave. Alright, so once I'm able to actually surf... Oh, there's random encounters in here. Psyduck. Alright. Hello, Psyduck. Might as well just go and toss some Pokeballs at you as well while we're here. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Oh, no. Oh, I think it actually is. I was gonna say, Mantine Surf is one of the random things that was on the box of this game, and I'm looking at it now, and I think there actually is a picture of Mantine Surf, because there's like a collage of the stuff you can do in this game. I'll take a picture and show it on screen. Anyway. But yeah, we're gonna go with our usual strategy of taking a Thunder Wave. You're going to avoid the Thunder Wave, which is not gonna help this go any faster. We're gonna use Thunder Wave again. I think Thunder Wave has 90% accuracy starting in Gen 6. It used to be 100%, but not anymore. It is a... I could see a justification for that, honestly, but it does make things like fighting random Pokemon that you want to use Thunder Wave to catch just a little bit more annoying. It's not as bad as Sleep, Hypnosis, or whatever, having 60% accuracy, but... Anyway, so you're going to go and use Summon the Rain. And do I want to try and catch you now? I'll try and catch you now. No, that's not the button. Let me use the stylus, actually. If I go into the bag, Pokeball. I got 2 regular Pokeballs left. I might want to go and buy some more eventually if I'm going to be catching stuff like this. But let's go and... not catch you. Alright. We can do this again. I definitely almost accidentally, like, grazed the button for run away with my stylus, before actually landing it on the bag. But, alright. There is no prompt for, like, are you sure you want to run away in Pokemon, is there? Which probably would be, kind of wish that it did. Because I do run away by accident a few times. I guess now we're down to Great Balls. I do sometimes run away by accident, but just have to pay attention to what I'm doing, I guess. So that's going to be 3 shakes, and that's going to be a Psyduck caught. And I will definitely have to remember to come back here later. I don't think this area was in original Sun and Moon. I'm pretty sure this whole Mantine Surf thing is new. I don't really remember. I'm only like 55% certain on that, but either way. So Psyduck has been registered. Melee Pokedex is up to 7% now. And we are going to not give you a nickname. We are going to not add you to the team. I have to actually hit the B button through that text instead of the A button. Because if I hit the A button, it'll go to add to your team, which I don't want. But let's get out here. Should I bother healing? You'd better get ready for Mischief Masters of the Team Skull to do some Mantine Surfing too. Oh. Alright, they're back. Oh, Team Skull. You know you guys can't ride here. What's up with that? We look like kids to you or something? No, the real reason is... Yeah, the real reason is... Every time you try, you keep up those ridiculous dance moves even on Mantine's back, and then you end up in the water. You want us to stop dancing? That's our identity, yo. It's all we've got. Man, forget her, B. We're Team Skull. No one can stop us from acting hard-headed. Somebody, please help keep those numbskulls away from Mantine. There are some people who wish that the plots of Pokemon games would go back to like the serious save the world, save the universe, save the multiverse, whatever. Oh, you can go behind here, like you had with like Team Galactic and Team Aqua and Magma, whatever. But honestly, I like it. The Team Yell and Team Skull, they're just ridiculous. They're not like trying to destroy the world or anything like that. We'll get to that later in the game. But Team Skull is just, you know, if anything, we're saving them from themselves just from being dumbasses. And I think that's so much more funny. We are having a dance-off with a sea cucumber. Okay. I think it was cuter when we were doing it with a dog, but I'm glad that Pyukumuku seems happy here. Everyone seems to pull off killing moves the moment they climb atop of Mantine. Why do they even keep me as an instructor? Alright. And then there's you over here. Oh, that's another Mantine. I thought that was like the backpack or something. They don't even care if someone's riding them or even if Pokemon called Remoraid cling to them. Very nice. So let's go back and deal with Team Skull. So you two fine young morons, do you need help with something, sir? Yeah, a battle. Let's have a battle. I also think it's interesting that, like, the antagonistic team, whatever, has been decoupled from, like, the actual villains of the game. And, again, we'll get to that later. This was also the case in, Sword and Shield. Don't remember Scarlet and Violet. I haven't played that, and I was pretty good at avoiding spoilers, so I don't actually know what's going on with the plot there. I'll get to playing that eventually, I swear. Like, you get into the game, you think Team Skull is going to be like the villainous team or whatever, but really they're just like a bunch of clowns who occasionally show up and you have to like straighten things out. And the real, like, the A plot is going to be something else that we see later. Well, I guess we've seen a little bit of it so far. With the, like, the space pirate people that we saw earlier. But anyway, seriously, Home Slice? You're too strong for a kid, yo. Gotta go make someone else miserable to feel better. Let's go mess with Alima again, B. I love how they call each other A and B. These guys are just funny. I'm down with that. Verdant Cavern's pretty close by anyway. Hey, you! Yeah, you better listen to what my homie says and drill it into that thick skull of yours. Seriously, you better not forget, numbskull. Alright, Manteens just won't be subjected to their terrible surfing skills thanks to you. You're a decent trainer, just like I'd expect from a trial goer on the island challenge. Why don't you take this from me? So that is some fresh water. That is a slightly better healing item than the regular potions that we've been carting around so far. I bet you could take on Captain Alima's trial with how well you handled that battle. Even Kahuna Hala would probably say you're ready to take on all of Alola. If he says you're ready, come back here and we'll get you up on a Mantine in no time. Alright. So I think that's it for this section of the game. Let's see. I've been recording for about 20 minutes. I think we can keep going for a bit. So let's go off down Route 2 where Crabrawler was having words with us. And we can see you're another trainer, so we'll be able to fight you. And then we'll say hi to your Murkrow, I guess. Sorry that I may have been a little bit distracted in that fight. It has come to my attention that my sister, who is also the human that Pico belongs to, has adopted a dog, and that demanded my urgent attention. Not entirely sure yet if I'm gonna name any Pokemon after the dog too, but we'll see. Let's see. So I think I can let's see, move past this way. Over here we have more plot. Great, I can't go more than like 2 feet without something happening. Verdant Cavern, it's showing very high numbers. It would. In the heart of the cave lies an item that has an undeniable connection to the Binding One. I certainly would like to investigate this place. Shall we go in then? No, seems that people are not allowed within this verdant cave without specific reason. We should ask the president to arrange for some special accommodations on our behalf. We don't yet have the means to capture Pokemon of our own, after all. It's not hard. I'm just saying. Anyway, whatever you two dunderheads are up to, we'll get to that. But first, this is the berry field. All right, so it is here. I wasn't sure if it was here or if it was another island. But give me a berry. All right, that is an orange berry, and I believe I can plant those here and have them turn into more berries. A berry master? Yeah, sure. Person berry. Let's see. So if I were to, so different Pokemon games have different mechanics when it comes to planting berries, but, am I not able to, like, talk to the fields and plant berries? Did I just miss that yet? I do want to know why. We came to the Alola region thinking to help spread the word about using fertilizer in the berry fields here too. The town we came from, a town called Campfire Town in Kalos, grows plenty of berries in the nearby fields, and when we use fertilizer, to help grow our berries. But in the Alola region, people don't have to do a thing to help berries grow. You can sit back and let nature and Pokemon do all the work, and you'll have more berries than you know what to do with. And that's why we stopped bothering with trying to farm berries in fields here. In fact, now we're the ones who are enamored by Alolan berry culture. My new dream is to try to become a true berry master here in Alola, so... yeah, can I, like, do anything with that now? I see a sticker on that house there. There was kind of the implication that I'm gonna have to go and talk to the fertilizer, I think? Big mushroom, okay. And... no, nothing seemed to happen when I talked to the fertilizer. Paralyzed heal, alright, there's an item behind it, though. Wheelbarrow? No? Alright, well, maybe later? Maybe I have to talk to the old guy again? Maybe I have to go inside for further instruction? There's another item behind the house. Alright, 10 totem stickers. Making good progress on those. What's that? That's a silver powder, so that's going to be, for bug type moves, of which I don't have any yet. Berry Master guy. Alright, you're gonna want me to show you a person berry. Oh, is that gonna be like one of those, show me a random berry every day and I'll give you something? Something like that? There's nobody inside except for Delibird. A lot of Delibird. Dee Dee? Alright. Let's go and take that totem sticker as well, so that's 11. And... let's see. I guess that's it for here. So now we'll follow those two weirdos into the verdant cavern. And if I run up this way, we're kind of ascending the mountain here. Oh, there's another one of those shadow things on the ground. Will repels keep those away? I can't remember if the repels keep the shadows away. But let's let me just run up this way, and I think I'll end it off. Alright, that's a revive. Definitely worthy of inspection. And so I think, oh, fine, one more trainer, and then we'll end it off. I'm looking for berries to have my Pokemon hold. Alright. You talked to that guy recently too, then, did you? I didn't really expect Ember to do a lot to a Rockruff, but I did want to see if it was actually going to be super effective against it. I mean, super effective. If it was going to do more or less damage than Lick. It's definitely not super effective against Rockruff. But anyway, I think we can end this off here. So next time, we're going to be ascending the mountain further. Route 2 keeps going. Did not realize how big this was. And I guess going into the Verdant Cavern is our next destination. My name is Dragonite. You should go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.